course, some new...
And we reveal...
No spoilers. In free Golden Boy, we're back to you. FIFA 20, talk to me.
FIFA dropped their reveal trailer.
Pack reveal.
That's 4 words. Now win me back by telling me what you have in store for Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Why are you asking me? It's your show.
Right, we have 15 minutes of exclusive, never before seen gameplay, and I am so excited to sit down with Vince, Stig, find out all about this Star Wars game. But ladies and gentlemen, this is it. We are mere minutes away. Folks, this is your last chance. Grab that drink, grab a snack, adjust your chair to the perfect degree you want, because EA Play starts soon. All right, guys, this is it. They can be organized better. You're doing a great job grooming, all right? You take 5. Plant guy can see more hustle out of you. time has finally come. I'm proud to be kicking off EA Play, coming to you live from Hollywood, California. Now, we're doing things a little bit differently this year. Instead of just one show, you're getting every half hour a deep dive into one of the games you love. You can watch them all. You can turn off the stream right now. You can tune in for just your favorites. But anyways, we've got a ton of gameplay for you. Apex Legends is bringing a new weapon, a new mode, a new battle pass, and even a new legend. Battlefield 5 has tons of new maps to show off, plus some surprises. FIFA 20 has a brand new way to play, plus a bunch of game updates you've been waiting for. Madden 20's got gameplay-packed deep dives into all new features, including those awesome new X-Factor abilities. And The Sims is unveiling a never-before-seen pack, along with a few new surprises. And, of course, in just a few moments, I'll be kicking things off with the latest on Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, including 15 minutes of world premiere, never-before-seen, first-look exclusive gameplay. So get ready, because EA Play starts now. What's up, EA Play? How are you, Los Angeles? Come on, Hollywood, that's what I like to hear. What's up, my fellow Jedi? I'm Greg Miller, and today we're talking Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. We've been waiting you know what? We're talking about Star Wars. Yeah. We've been waiting so long for details on this game. I can't believe it. Can you believe it, LA? And we're finally here to help us get things started. We've got the head of Respawn, Vince Zampella, and the director of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Stig Asmussen. Everybody give it up for Vince and Stig. Come on!
So
Oh yeah, we're totally off script. They gave me cards. That was the dumb
officially off
idea.
script.
Nobody cares.
It's so awesome to be here. I mean, it's EA Play, it's E3, it's Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really get any bigger than that.
Yeah, this is something that Stig and I have been envisioning for years, to see it come to life and be able to show you guys 15 minutes of gameplay today. Uncut.
All right. So everybody's anxious to see what this 15 minutes is going to be.
Yeah.
For somebody watching right now who's just a FIFA fan, they don't know anything. What is happening? What is this game all about, Vince?
This is a single-player action-adventure game set post... Oh, yeah. Oh.
They're not dead, everybody!
Set post-Order 66 after the events in Episode 3, when all the Jedi were hunted down. Well, not all. When the Jedi were hunted down and eliminated.
So, Stig, that's the nutshell of the entire game. What are we about to see? Where are we at in the game right now for context?
Okay, so Cal's, this takes place maybe about 3 hours into the game.
Okay.
So Cal's built himself up. He's not a lowly Padawan anymore, but he's not a full Jedi yet.
Sure.
Like Vince said, this is unedited. We had one of our star players, Blair, over there.
That's him right there!
This is an expert playthrough.
Okay.
So we're going to see some really cool stuff.
He practiced a few times. 2 or 3, Blair? 2 or 3? Yeah.
2 or 3 dozen.
It takes place on Kashyyyk, which
Okay.
is the Wookiee planet.
Of course.
And Cal's on a mission to restart the Jedi Order, and it takes him here to Kashyyyk. And the Wookiees have been enslaved by the Empire, who's basically siphoning the planet for all its resources to build up the Imperial war machine.
Got it. All right, so I brought out my phone, not to be rude, of course. It wouldn't be Greg Miller if I didn't look at the Twitch chat. And yeah, they are all through with us talking. They'd like to see the game. We've gone on long enough. We're not going to drone.
Let's do it.
Vince,
Well, let's roll.
would you like to kick it off?
Let's go!
I'm here, guys. I'm just like eating on camera while I was waiting for action to happen. but I'm so excited. I wish I was more involved in Star Wars. But I'm not. I'm also not naked, guys. I'm wearing a shirt. It's just like off the shoulder. So chill. I wish I was more involved in Star Wars games. Like, I love the series. I think the games are great. I think they're awesome. Like, all of them. But I just play too many other games to take time to play this one. Yeah, now.
We have to stop them.
That's the plan. We don't know they're in game. They spread themselves too thin. This map we recovered proves it.
That's what's his face, bruh.
Here you go, bud.
I got my coffee. Yes, it's in a Voss water bottle because I used Voss water to make my coffee.
Take your lightsaber and free the Wookiees inside. We need their help to stop the Empire.
Understood.
I think it's so crazy how they use actual actors.
You hear that? Said he needs my help. Come on,
Into
buddy.
like a little pet. It just climbed onto him. It was so cute. Yeah. I'm excited. We're watching actual gameplay, so it's not even like... Well, okay. I probably should have shown the actual trailer first for you guys, but... It's fine. We'll do it after. We'll do it after. Like, even Battlefront. I loved Battlefront. I really couldn't say anything bad, but there was like one thing in the first one. It wasn't bad, but it was just something I could have said better.
Over there, one of the cutters turned on. You running some kind of drill? We should call it in? Well, that'd be a breach of protocol. If there's a disturbance, their squad should call it in. Yeah, better do this by the book. Movement!
Excuse me.
Gonna need to get through here.
Attention all units. Zone contact troops stationed at cargo pad 119 Gallo. Keep to your posts and stay alert. This is what I've trained for. I will make you hurt.
I'll try to edit that real fast for you guys. it look not clear to you, or am I
You
tripping?
can help me, BD?
Okay, it doesn't look HD. The chat's like going crazy. I can't even. There's like no point in reading that right now. It's too much.
Flame beetles, they're coming through the wall. Hit their nest.
Just call him Twin Beater. That's what I need to know.
He's dead.
You sure you want to plug into this thing?
Honestly.
Okay. A shortcut. That's why you wanted to get this thing. You had no idea that was there, did you? Just wanted to turn that cutter on you.
They're like a huge little. I can't even play beetles. Like, oh, there's a certain type of them. Starship Troopers. He's a flamethrower. Oh, damn. He ate him. I'm like doing 20 things at once. Hold. I just want bliss. Is it not gonna give me what I want? Okay. Oh, no.
Patrol the base. Got another breach down here. Some kind of webbing. Hey, who's that?
Force Unleashed did look better. I'm like reading some in the comments. Oh. No! Oh, that practically ate him! Bro, that had his face. His face was in his mouth. Bruh. At least it doesn't look exactly like the 8-legged things. Same, I hate fucking that's literally my phobia. No. Like, no. I would die. Sit back some. Or should it be up more? I don't know. I'm gonna be closer. I don't fucking know. I like want to eat this so bad.
I just heard from the captain.
No wonder. My bad. There we go. Now it looks 20 times better. I'm just like, oh my god, it's 0. Look, it's like purple. It's so pretty. I want it. Okay, but since the new Star Wars, I don't like that, like the whole electricity thing. Like, I feel it's not very Star Wars to me. Like, whoa, what the fuck was that? He just heal himself. Like, being able to use it like lightning, like, okay, but like on a stick like that, that was my least favorite part about the movie. No, it wasn't. I had a lot of things to say about the new Star Wars. The few that we've had. They made him look so innocent. Oh, look, the scary bot behind him.
We're here to free you. Not alone.
And just threw him.
Visitation is not permitted.
Whoa. I mean, I guess.
Games play best on Xbox One.
Alright, while I talk, I'm gonna go off camera and eat.
Think EA play?
He's so, like, the excitement, like, I can't
Little
use.
boy. Guys, congratulations. That looks pretty awesome. I have a million questions, and I know we're short on time as always. I want to
Short
point
on
out, though,
time,
in
as
the Twitch
always.
chat,
You have the whole
Win96
day.
says,
You got
"Frick."
hours,
But he didn't
and
use
somehow
frick.
you're short on time.
How does it feel to, I think, deliver, right? Like, you guys liked it, right? I think I was looking at the Twitch chat. There's a
I'm
lot
sure.
of people who liked it. Like, what does that feel like to finally show this game?
Oh, it's great. I mean, being involved with this team, you know, Stig and his team have done an amazing job. They've put so much of themselves into this game. To be able to be involved in something like this is just, you know, dream come true.
Yeah.
Agreed. Huge shout out to the team.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Thanks,
who worked
guys!
everybody who busted their butts on the demo, but also the whole game. The whole game is coming together right now. So it's an amazing feeling. I'm just so proud to be up here, and I hope that Star Wars fans understand that we're really doing our best to try to honor the brand.
I mean, I think from, go ahead, clap now. I'm going to stop you. Whenever you want to clap for him, you clap for him. I think that's pretty evident from it. And I like when we introed, you guys were talking about the fact that this is a skilled person playing it, right? We all see it and we think it looks awesome. What are we missing by not having our hands on the controllers? Like, what do lightsabers feel like?
I mean, it's fantastic, right?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Because it looks like it's got weight to it and throwing it and catching it, right? Like, that's the impact I think I want from it.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's really satisfying. I mean, the game itself, it's thoughtful combat, as Stig likes to call it. It's what you saw was a really good player.
Yeah.
Right. So you'll
Right
have
over
to
there
work up
again.
to
He'll
that
give out
stuff.
autographs after this panel.
So you can block, parry, deflect. Like,
Yeah.
we want the combat to feel really good for people to go in and be able to like be part of that and size up the enemies when things feel right. It feels really good.
Yeah, it's also about the enemy arrangements as well, like what enemies we're putting you up against, how you go in and use your tools to take them down. But it's not just lightsabers; it's the Force as well.
Sure. Well, that's part of
Yeah.
this. You were talking to me last night about it, right? This thoughtful combat. And the idea that when I watched the demo initially, my thought was, oh, these are canned animations, right? I'm doing a force grab and stabbing the guy, and that's all I hit R1 and that happened. That's not that way.
No, it's
right?
all freeform.
So, like, you can go back in and replay things and do it differently, or you and I would have different
Absolutely, and actually the enemies react to each other in different ways. You saw the flame troopers fighting against the spiders. You could sit as bystander and just kind of watch that fight if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get any skill points if you do that. And it's not any fun either. It's fun to watch sometimes, but
It is.
it's a lot more fun to play.
You talk about the skill points. Are those going into the force abilities?
Yeah, so we're going to have the classic abilities. We're going to have push, pull. We've got what we call force flip, which is essentially double jump,
Nice.
which is nice because that's something that makes sense in Star Wars, a Jedi actually doing a double jump. But we have one unique expression of the Force that you saw in there, which is slow, which is a little bit of the glue between Force, push, and pull.
Yeah. Well, that was awesome. I think I thought you couldn't top my favorite moment in the demo, right? Where you come around the corner, grab the stormtrooper, force pull the stormtrooper, stab him. But when you force pulled the stormtrooper and walked him into the bolt, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
That's one of my favorite. I think the first time I saw that, I freaked out a little.
No, you actually said it better be in the demo.
Yeah.
Well, you did it. You delivered. Tell me about the enemies we are seeing there, right? Because that's one of those things I feel like we're talking a lot about, seeing things a lot about, is we're running through the environment. You had different things. You had your normal stormtroopers. You had non-normal stormtroopers.
Yeah, and this is just a small portion of the game, by the way. So there's a lot more that we haven't shown.
You're saying that isn't the entire game?
That is not.
That's wow.
No.
Surprise.
No.
But we got our classic stormtroopers. We've got the scout troopers who you saw equipped with kind of melee charged weapon. We've got the flame troopers, but we also have the purge troopers whose task is to basically hunt Jedi.
Yeah.
Soften them up before the Inquisitors come in.
And like we're seeing right here, right? Like this bad.
That's the purge trooper.
That's
yeah.
yeah,
exactly. Like so
new that the team created.
In.
Yeah.
There you go. Adding to the Star Wars lore. Why we're pointing at one guy? Did he create it? Just that one man did?
Yeah.
It was a team effort. You led the charge.
Jordan did the concept.
Good job, Jordan. Everybody, three cheers for Jordan. So we're going through, and you have these new stormtroopers. You have your fire troopers. You have one of my favorite droids of all time coming back.
The KX.
And then making me fight him?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Oh, you do.
No.
Trust me, you do.
I do?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Well, then, talk about the other star of this 15-minute demo, right? The new droid, BD1.
There he is right there.
No, BD1. BD1's in the audience, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, BD1.
He's so cute.
He's adorable, as I'm sure you know. I immediately want him as a backpack, so just a heads up if you're talking to anybody in the licensing department. All
right. We can make
what
that
does he do in the game, right? Excuse me, we're hosting a panel. You can keep it down over there. What are the traits? What are we using as? Is he just flair? Am I using him for different things?
Like story-wise, he's Cal's companion. He's
Yeah.
an explorer droid, which is perfect because Cal's on this mission for survival that's taken him to all these savage planets. BD sounds for Buddy Droid 1, which is...
That's Respawn. That's
Yeah,
Respawn.
I mean,
I don't think I didn't notice the wall running either. I'm like, well, yeah, Respawn made this game. Yeah, okay.
Definitely inspired by BT, but the name ended up sticking.
Yeah.
So, one of the
Respawn made this game. What a hoe.
Oh, nice.
Who did all the
shame.
main sound designer in the
Right, I'm back.
original trilogy and beyond. But he can hack doors, computers, as we saw in there.
So I'm just scan some stuff there.
Yep. Scan the environment for like environmental storytelling, learn more lore about the planet.
I saw him shooting out health packs. Is that a canned animation
That's
after
what
a
I thought I
fight? Is
saw.
it a button
Okay.
I'm hitting?
It's player input.
Okay.
Whenever
like
they
a
want,
cooldown on it?
whenever they want, he will eject a stim pack.
Okay.
There's a limited amount that you can find more over the course of the game, and you're actually in that moment. You're defenseless, so you got to choose wisely when you're going to do it.
Okay.
That's that goes for any game.
Without spoiling stuff for me, what's going on in the story? Like, obviously, Cal, I thought he was going to be way weaker as a Jedi. You know, just tell me the whole story.
Way weaker.
A to B
That's
Stig,
about what I'm getting.
What's the ending?
Well,
Actually, you know what? Stop. Full stop. I can't believe I've gone this long in the panel without asking. Is Watto in this game?
I can't say.
But that's not a no!
It's not a no.
Hashtag Watto 2019. I'll be retweeting them all after this panel. Thank you very much. But what's going on in the story outside of Watto should be in it?
Well, you know, story's a really big deal to us. We created this with Lucasfilm. We got to keep a really tight lip on it. So I don't really want to go into it too far. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, the story's
gotta save
good.
it.
Okay. I know one of the things a lot of people have been asking, right? I put up stuff on Instagram saying, hey, give me questions. Community wanted to know, this is Star Wars canon, right? You
Totally canon.
Okay.
Totally legit.
Okay.
This is a real, Cal's a real character.
Yeah.
Saw Gerrera in there. He's you know, obviously part of the Star Wars universe. Seer, Cal's mentor.
Yeah.
They're all gonna live in other places.
Okay, that's great. Vince, how's that feel? No pressure.
It feels great.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, we have.
You act like it's so nonchalant. You're making a Star Wars game. It's canon.
Yeah, it's not nonchalant at all. It's amazing. Like I said, I'm just like shocked to be up here. I'm like.
I know it's a big deal to work with me, but it's okay. It'll be okay.
We've been talking about this for like 10 years.
Yeah.
So.
The other big community question I've seen a lot is, it's a Star Wars game, and Star Wars games in the past have allowed us to go light or dark. Is that a choice here?
No.
Okay. Well.
That kind of sucks.
Why not?
Instant no.
Because. No, I think it goes back to
I
the fact that
edited it.
Cal's authentic,
Yeah.
and he has to fill a certain role so he can be used in other places.
Yeah, this is a Jedi story.
Well, that's the thing I appreciate the most, that you guys are coming in and telling a story, right? Like, I think that's why so many of us are excited for it, is the idea that this is a Star Wars story that you guys have something to tell, something to say.
Oh, it's freezing up. That's not good.
And a lot of walls to run on.
The energy here is great.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Fantastic.
Greg's showing us
Thanks
some
for
stuff
coming out.
online. Like, everyone, the reaction is fantastic.
Amazing, amazing moment.
The team, badass. Thank you guys.
Go team.
All your hard work.
Oh, team.
Now we just have to finish. Can't wait to bring it to you guys.
Chips to munch on.
There's so much more that you haven't seen yet. I can't wait to show you.
Believe it or not, there's so much more. There is more at the Microsoft conference tomorrow.
That's right.
Vince, Stig, thank you so much for coming out. November 15th can't come soon enough. For those of you here at EA Play, the Respawn team has brought even more gameplay for you to check out over in the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order Theater. And for those of you at home,
extended.
I was about to do a bit. For those of you at home, you will stay tuned for Apex Legends.
Yeah.
Yes, we will. We're excited for that part. Because I actually play that one.
Thank you for the yeah. I was like, that's the corniest joke I put in this thing. No one's gonna laugh. Everybody, I'm Greg Miller. Thanks everybody for watching. We got more EA Play for you now.
Lit. I mean, okay. It was a pretty anticlimactic opening. For being honest.
That's actually a lie. It was engaged about 3 days ago. Anyway, so big thanks to Vince and Stig for sharing that exciting deep dive into Star Wars.
What is that accent? I don't know. I don't know how to say that.
Beeman and I will be bringing you news on Battlefield 5. Yeah. Right now, though, EA Play is in full swing with gamers.
I'm gonna do FIFA and Madden, and I'm not excited for that.
Starting with our next show, Apex Legends. So Alex Goldenboy Mendez is bringing you the hottest news on Apex Legends Season 2, past new mode, and a reveal of the 10th legend. Stay tuned because Apex Legends is moments away.
Keep just doing one legend at a time. Like, do 2. When you drop a patch, when you drop a season, just drop 2. Why not give us, like... Please fix this update. And when do we get this new character? Most importantly. It's just underwhelming. Wait, okay, is that like the walls? Can they like change? Because it doesn't look like... That's interesting. Okay, this seems like it's gonna go by fast, but the schedule's got it set for like 3 hours. Which is crazy because it doesn't even feel like an hour just went by. Or an hour? 30 minutes. Don't know. I don't know. Why can't I see the timer? Oh, it's loading. Oh, exciting.
Looking for me? Surprise.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to EA Play 2019, and I'm so excited to talk about Apex Legends here at EA Play. I'm professional esports commentator Alex Goldenboy Mendez. Now, everyone at Respawn has been working diligently at making Apex Legends the best Battle Royale game out there. We've got some big updates. That's right. I like that.
Big
like
updates.
That, baby. Bring
I
that
hope so.
energy. We got some exciting details to share on Apex Legends Season 2, including a brand new weapon, a new mode, an
A new weapon?
improvise,
A new
excuse
mode.
me, an improvise, you hear me? I'm improvising. An improved battle pass, a reveal of the 10th legend coming to the arena.
It's a lot of things.
And so
It's
much
a
more.
lot of
So
things.
let's jump out of this drop ship, dive right into the hot zone. Take it away, Jay.
Thanks, Golden Boy. I'm Respawn's community manager, Jay Frechette.
It's got to be a girl.
We
Like,
brought Kings Canyon to life right here at EA
there's more
Play.
guys than girls.
We've even got
Like, come
all
on.
9 current legends here to help me bring you some of the Season 2 updates that you've been clamoring for. We're going to introduce you to our newest
What?
show, but
Look at the
don't
caustic,
miss
that
the chance to
hair.
jump into our
Ooh, they did the
legendary hunt
banger. They
event.
did the Mirage. Look at the Wraith. Oh my god, Octane. Oh my god, Lifeline. That's so cool. The Gibraltar is scaring me.
The hunt is upon us. Prepare yourself.
The legendary hunt has begun. Legends can compete to enter an all-new Apex Elite queue. Complete challenges for exclusive
We've already been
cosmetics,
doing that.
Could do this all day.
earn XP and battle pass boosts, and find all
It
new
hasn't been hard to get in the
exclusive
top 5. Like,
in-game
Elite
store.
is not hard. Don't come for me.
For a limited
I don't
time,
need people stream
Legends who
sniping
place
when I
in the
play
top
Apex.
5 of any match will earn the right to join the Apex Elite queue.
I need some help over here.
Solid copy.
And I've completed all the challenges except for the Battle Pass one because I don't have the Battle
The
Pass.
most talented legends in the game.
Let's see about the next one.
A legend's true test is from
Oh,
within.
that skin. Look at that
Additionally, legends can complete
skin.
legendary hunt challenges to earn rewards, like the epic Master of the Hunt Bloodhound.
I got it. It's actually a lit skin.
I won this one. And hunt down 2 wins to score the exclusive legendary Tamed Beast triple take.
I have that too.
Gods, and you
But I
shall
don't
be
use.
rewarded.
I don't use.
Got him. During the event, all
I don't
Battle
use the
Pass
triple
owners will
take.
receive the free
I don't use the
legendary
scout.
Honored Prey R301. Hit
I don't even
level
like that
15
skin, so
on your
it's
Battle
fine.
Pass, and you'll also earn the legendary Night Terror Wraith.
You know what I look like. Come find me.
Every day, legends can
Or not
also
that
earn
the
an entire Battle
R301.
Pass level
I'm not a
for
fan
your
of that
first
skin.
top 5 finish of the day.
Bruh.
And we're doubling down with our first ever double XP weekend. One moment. From June 7th to
Wait,
June
has it
9th,
been double
earn
XP?
Double XP on both your base and battle pass progression.
Or is it June 9th?
Destiny has led us to this moment.
Throughout the event,
No,
be
it's
sure
this
to
week.
keep an eye on the rotating
Oh.
store for new exclusive legendary hunt
I didn't even
cosmetics.
realize.
The sky has opened and gifted the day.
Didn't even
Squad up and
realize.
drop in, as the legendary hunt won't last forever. Good luck, legends.
Let the hunt begin.
That's
This
right.
character- this
Until
is just
June
so
18th,
cool.
you can jump into the Legendary Hunt, our limited time event that
Look
features
at
the
the
debut of our
Lifeline
Elite Queue,
robot.
exclusive challenges you can unlock, and some killer skins and more. Also, this weekend is double
Pathfinder
XP
skin
weekend,
is
so
so
there's lots of great
basic.
reasons to jump in. The community really brought it since this event launched, and it's awesome to see the best duke it out. Back to you, Golden Boy.
Golden.
Thank you so much, Jay. Thank you, Jay, for that. Appreciate it. All right. That was Season 1.
Oh, I normally
Who's ready to talk
Twitter.
about season
Oh, what
2?
am I doing? I don't have Twitter
I
up
like that.
too.
So, you know, listen, I play this game every day. It's one of my favorites. And I
Same.
did this like right before the show started. That's how
Wait,
much
was
I
that
play
it?
this
Are we
game.
gonna talk about more stuff or
You know, I'm
what?
going to jump back in when we finish up. But first, I do want to talk about Season 2. We've got the first details here. And joining me, we got Drew McCoy in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Drew, we've been so patient for that beautiful, beautiful content. What do you have for us?
Patient?
Okay.
First and foremost.
I can't
Content
even.
is coming. Confirmed. You've heard it here.
Oh, is
so
it really?
Season 2, it's coming July 2nd, and it's called Battle Charge.
All right. So Battle Charge will be coming.
July.
What do we expect, though?
The whole month away.
Yeah, so as we announced when we launched the game, we're taking a seasonal approach. So we're trying to cram as much into the launch of Season 2 as possible with some other stuff along the way. But what you can expect from the launch is a new legend, a new weapon, a new way to play the game,
Okay.
perhaps a map event. And a lot
map
of this has been
event?
done through a lot of the feedback.
Map
from the
event or a new
community.
map?
We're also
They
changing
better
up some
put
of
a
the
new map.
meta balance of weapons to try and
Again.
buff up some of
Again.
the weaker weapons, and bring a lot of cool stuff in the game.
Okay. All right. It's a lot.
Supposedly it's a lot. He's not saying anything.
It's a lot. We're going to talk about a good portion of new content because Season 2 is bringing a new weapon to the fight. And today, we're
Another
excited to
new
show it to you. So let's
weapon.
just go ahead, roll the clip.
Show it.
Show it. Give it to me. Hellstorm?
I bathe in the blue. I need help. Good job, me.
Good job, me.
Strong work.
Huh?
Hostile over there.
Frag out. Wicked. Making contact with enemy. Accept it. I'm here. You're not.
Battle charge.
There you have it. The L-Star, man.
I feel
remember
electrical.
getting slapped by this gun in Timefall, too. So pretty excited to see this one make it into the fold in the arena. Seems really powerful.
Should've known about
So
something from
tell me more about
Titanfall.
its place in the entire weapon loadout for Apex Legends.
Yeah, so the L-Star's new. It's coming. Launch of Season 2. It's actually a care package weapon because it's so OP.
Okay.
It's
Did
just
he really
amazing.
just say
But,
that?
Said that out front.
Yeah, well, you know, it's like the master for the Kraber.
A
It's,
care
it's
package weapon. So
incredibly
it's gonna be
powerful.
limited.
Being a care package weapon, it doesn't use any of the existing ammo on the ground, so whatever you get with it is what you got.
I also noticed, too, it shattered through doors.
Yeah, it can open doors.
So, like,
Yeah.
melees, grenades, and now
the L-Star.
Wow. Okay, so that is pretty sizable. Now, what other changes are going to be coming to weapons? Because this may seem very nerdy, but I'm a huge fan of hop-ups. I'm all about Prowler with my switch fire. That's my jam.
Yeah.
What do you bring me?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, there's going to be some meta changes to the weapons. We're trying to bring up some of the weaker weapons. And then, yeah, there are 2 new hop-ups coming. Not really going to say what they are yet. You guys got to wait for Season 2. But there is a chance that maybe a memeable weapon named after an African country is usable.
Is usable?
Yeah.
Mozambique?
Okay.
Perhaps.
All right, perhaps. I mean, that is
something close to that.
We'll
What's it called?
That's going to be a reality.
Mozambique.
Cool. So we're starting out hot.
Named
That
after an
L-Star,
African
machine
country.
gun.
The fuck?
We also have the Battle Pass. And, you know, when you guys first spoke about the Battle Pass, you said that it was a learning experience.
Wakanda's not an African country, dumbass.
Yeah, so we've been,
It's just called
listening to
Africa.
me a lot. Season 1 didn't quite launch as well as we were hoping. The content was fairly underwhelming for players, so we've
it could be
taking that in.
Uganda.
We've been getting all sorts of data.
That's
from,
so weird to
people
say,
buying
though.
skins to what they equip on their characters or weapons.
Sudan.
And so
Could you imagine if
we've
it's called
taken
Egypt?
this learning and put it in a Season 2 battle.
Oh, what's the one with Libya? Nah, can't. I feel like it'd probably be something like Uganda. Or Sudan. Something like that. Something that rolls off the tongue. Whoa, why did it just vanish on you guys? Like, can you see it? Because I can't even hear it. Whoa, whoa. What happened to the stream? There you go.
What skins do you have for me today?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, I think our skin game is being the Wraith skin specifically from 4 legendary skins.
Dang, I what's
That looks
happening.
insane. That looks insane.
Character
All right.
and 2 weapon.
Now another question
So for cost
that the
and
community is
for
having,
Octane,
they're
yeah,
just
see
dying
there's
to have
Prince of
answers.
Darkness right there.
Whoa, that was
And
lit.
then, there
was
is a skin
awesome.
for the Spitfire called the Intimidator. And
Whoa.
the 301 is getting 2 skins actually. They're
Whoa, that looks beastly. That looks crazy. I don't know why. Let me get this out.
Yep. I think it's
so the
like
Iron
one of the
Rampage
coolest
will have kind of a competitive core to it.
They're just dying to have. What else?
Yeah, so when we have kind of a competitive core to it, this is a higher competitive stage.
Okay.
And so we have a ranked mode coming.
Ranked mode.
Already playing the ranked mode.
You'll out if you are garbage tier like myself.
Yeah. Don't worry, we'll be in wood division.
Wood 3, I think.
Wood 3.
Yeah, we'll division. Yeah, so it goes from it's using special matchmaking for each of the tiers. So the higher you get, you'll probably have some longer matchmaking times. Season, you'll be hopefully gaining tiers. And then at the end of the season, you'll get show off for the next season.
Right. Don't worry, we'll be in wood division mode.
Yeah,
coming to Apex.
Yeah, so it goes from using
all right.
special match get. You'll probably have some longer matchmaking times.
I'm be honest
and then
with you.
throughout the season, you'll be hopefully
up in that.
At the end of the season, you'll get
honestly, I'm going to be all of, as I mentioned, either be the first wood division.
What is going on?
But dude, thank you so much for sharing all these details, man. Guys, Drew, ladies and gentlemen, from the Respawn team. Here's the thing. I'm alive, but that might change when the new season drops. That's
Plastic's
right.
good.
Yeah,
Jay,
so that's gonna hurt.
Give the
but
people
dude,
what they
thank
want.
you so much
We
for
want to
sharing
know
all these
who
details,
is
man.
the 10th
But
legend joining
that might
the
change
arena.
when the new
What do you have?
season drops.
It's my pleasure, Golden Boy.
Give the people what they
Well, ladies and
want.
gentlemen,
We
the
want
moment
to
has
know
arrived.
who is
The 10th legend
What do you have?
joining the It's my Apex pleasure, Golden Legends Boy. arena is... Well, ladies and gentlemen, the moment has
Watson.
the Apex Legends arena is... Watson. To help us get to know our latest legend a little bit better...
Yes, it's a girl! It had to be.
Our team put together this touching illustrated short.
As I write this letter, it's the middle of the night in late summer.
Oh, shit.
An hour ago, you cracked the equations necessary to power the force field.
I love
You
this
showed me up
already.
tonight, my magnificent daughter, and I couldn't be happier or prouder of that. I always knew you were special, but never did I fathom that the little girl who taught her staffed Nacy multiplication tables would grow up to master quantum laser mechanics. I have assured the syndicate
Battle
that the
charge.
modified
Start it! Start it! Let me watch it!
containment force field will be operated. Just a doddering old fool trying to hold on to more. I
This is cool.
see this. To know when the day comes that I'm no longer with you, you're going to be just fine.
Aww. Tell me why it's
We'll
weird.
do anything she wants in this life, because she is the smartest
little
woman
astronaut.
in the frontier. Je t'aime de tout mon cœur, pour toujours. Papa.
Ring for me.
That's right. And joining the arena and joining me now, we have the three gentlemen who brought her to life. Griffin, Will, and Tom. Thank you so much for joining us here. Wow. So that was
What? Ha! Watson.
You were
The
one of the legend
TNT,
designers,
that's cool.
and
It's epic.
I'm
It's
curious
epic.
on the approach that you guys took toward making Watson a character that has impact in the arena.
Oh,
So
it's Turning Thunder.
Watson really started as a conversation between a friend of mine and I, who he's an engineer, and he has this really methodical, interesting way of taking really complex problems and systematically solving them. And so I kind of thought, what would it be like if we took the sort of the defensive complexity of Apex and introduced a character that could really create an ecosystem in which you can survive the really aggressive third-party meta, all of that stuff. So the idea behind Watson really is that if you plan and you sort of adapt to the environment, you really know the map, and you work closely with your team, that you can really create these strong defenses that that people are going to really have to think about in terms of how they push on you and that sort of thing. So the current meta of I hear gunfire and I hit it as hard as I can, you know, with Bangalore, Wraith, Octane, all of those, we're trying to sort of bump that meta a little bit and make it so that this more stanced RTS kind of play style has breathing.
Players,
yes,
right? Because if you want to be able to play that hyper-aggressive approach, whether you're running like a composition that contains like a typical one, which would be like a Pathfinder, Wraith, and a Lifeline for that support, you can play into a composition like this.
Too late.
She does, because let me tell you, it's insane.
Is it? Is it really? I just gonna refresh this because it's being so slow.
When you're looking from far away, Ethan, bringing a character like Watson to life.
Yeah, so it's a collaborative effort, you know. Shout out Heath and Sam, animation department. Everybody kind of works together. We were given a specific set of skills that she would be using, abilities from Griffin, and that's kind of all we had to go off of. So we had to, Heath did a great job of like bringing it all together, giving her a sort of a grounded aesthetic, she had to look like she was using electricity and stuff like that. So rubber gloves and the coils and the wires and
it's so cool.
Pushing her silhouette at the same time, making her stand out. You have to be able to read who she is from different distances. From there, from there, you can really go in and sculpt all the details out and work with the animators to really bring her to life, give her personality in everything that she does with her abilities and that too. So.
Yeah, and there's some
Wait,
really cool
but
stuff.
Did he always have those gauges in his ear?
Every
I swear I looked at him and those weren't there.
She takes out an item in her kit. It's actually like on her person.
Oh yeah.
See it happen. Now you get to the gameplay, the look, but the story. You know, because you got to hit us in the feels, right? Like super hard, and you just did that. Watson's backstory, who she is. Let's dive deeper into that.
Watson's kind of different from the way we usually do things, because usually it's very collaborative and we're creating the character at the same time, all the different departments, and we're working together. Watson was different. She was already designed and drawn when I got her, and one of the great things about working at Respawn is they encourage us to create characters that are non-traditional and that are characters you haven't seen in video games before, and to kind of branch out and see what else, you know, what other kinds of people can we represent out there. And so Watson is a very different character than I've ever seen in a video game, at least. And everything is based off of what these guys created. I mean, it's all, every single part of her backstory is connected somehow to either her abilities or her look.
And now, it was something that kind of stuck out to me. So, am I correct in assuming that Watson played a big role in the arena itself?
Yes, so Watson and her father actually invented the ring.
What?
Okay.
And so she grew up in the arena, literally in the arena when they were building it. And we're going to start to, you're going to see with Watson and moving forward, we're going to start to build the lore of this world a little bit. You're going to find out who created the games. They mentioned the Syndicate in there, so we'll talk about the Syndicate down the road. You're everybody loves Watson. She's the one,
including Caustic.
Caustic respects her. She's assigned.
I like what's a strong word for Caustic.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Well, yeah, that's super cool. I mean, blown away by this character so far. Now, kind of like guessing.
Has more interrelated abilities than probably any other current character we have.
That's
You
so
really need
cool.
to
How
understand
much
how they
damage
all
does it
interact.
do?
You can use these in any permutation you want. Part of why we sort
So,
of
okay.
went with her being such a brilliant electrical engineer is because we really wanted to reinforce both mechanically and thematically how creative the player can be with these. Basically, we're just giving you free reign to place these however you want and figure out.
And the players, they like I just saw.
Wait,
right
what's
now
her
the players'
passive?
potential. So the
can interact with the gates.
Wait. That's cool. Looks like a little boxing ring. July. That's a whole month now. That's crazy. So it's basically a trap.
And it charges your team's
Whoa.
shield. So if
That's
you
crazy.
drop it down,
And like another
it's
strike.
it's a permanent structure until it's destroyed,
Until it's destroyed.
very rapidly. You can use that for defending, for flank control on offensive. Is that ultimate accelerants give you your ultimate? You save up ultimate
Shouldn't
more
be many
pylons,
character
and it
dies.
means that you don't have to
Kinda
play
like
conservatively as Watson as long as you save up ultimate charges. You can keep
On
moving
this ship.
with a highly mobile squad. You can play offense, defense, support. However
I like that.
you
feel accelerants anymore.
that was
I don't like use the old six. It's not.
Oh yeah. So if any enemies cross through squad, so there's as well.
Wow.
So if you know, so this is why like she grew up in the arena. If you know where all the choke points, the entrances, the exits are, you can set up fences there, and you'll know exactly.
Out there, maybe you find a little synergy there that can be created. There's a lot that can be done with these fences. And
I think it's really the big sort of the ceiling is how excited to see what people do with it.
And from an art perspective here, you know, they're very the challenges in making sure that these fences really, like, when a player saw them, they knew exactly what it was, not to kind of catch them off guard, so to speak, to make it really stand out in the arena.
Yeah, again, silhouette's everything. You got to make it stand out, and it has to look like it lives in the world. That it's something that she can use, and that lives on her body as well. She's able to pull it out. Basically, and it has to read. So we had concept artists working on every little detail, and the modelers as well. And we had to test it out. We tested it out. We play it in game or in house, and make sure it reads well.
And these guys do a tremendous job of it too. I'm like, I need like a
It's
post.
a tremendous
like,
job. All the bugs, all the server kicks,
the two.
all the glitches.
Yeah.
The gun spawns.
Yeah. And they just.
What y'all testing out? Because it's not what I'm playing. Not to throw shade, but like not even kidding.
All right, well, again, very much looking forward to Season 2. So, let's recap all the amazing Apex Legends action that we've seen here today.
I'm so short. We're going so fast.
Care package touching down.
It's so cool. She's gonna have a whole list of skins. That'll be fun.
Not gonna let you
Ooh.
off that easy, Drew. What was that?
And
What was what?
commands.
What was
What's it called? Shoot, I can't remember that. Battle
You
clips.
saw the giant thing.
Please don't do what I think you're about to do. Or explain. Oh. Next is Battlefield 5. I don't know if I really want to watch that. Normally I stay for the entire thing, but like, I stay for like the beginning and then I'll let it continue, but then I'm stopping it at FIFA. We're gonna take a break at FIFA. Pretty sure. We'll see. I might play a game.
We got perhaps a couple of big.
What's happening?
Thank you so much, man. Guys, Apex Go! July soon enough. Now, if you're in Los Angeles, come check out Apex Legends at EA Play for your with Watson, as well as all weekend is going on right now. So jump into the Legendary Hunt event and start earning those amazing exclusive skins. I'm Golden Boy.
Those
It's been
dude
a blast
shades.
Apex Legends with you all here today, and I'll see you in the arena. Peace.
Bye. Wish they dropped something today. Or at least this weekend. We have to wait a whole month. And we've been waiting. Why is this being so laggy? 3 minutes. I hunger for food. Gameplay. Are people already lining up to play games? Is this outside? Ooh, that does not sound worth it. To be playing outside like that? Not out in the sun. Like, I feel the music. Let me stop dancing on stream before I get added.
That's right, you just saw a ton of new info on Apex Legends Season 2, including a new
it
battle
wasn't a
pass,
ton.
first details on ranked mode,
It
and
was
the official
skins
reveal of the newest
and a
legend,
character.
Watson.
Like that's all we got. Skins
right now. Stick around,
for the legends
and
guns
giving us the dirty details on
and a new
Battlefield 5,
legend.
including looks at a ton of new maps, exciting updates,
That's
and details
literally
on a new theater
all the
report.
new
All
news
that's
that we
moments
just got.
away, so keep it locked.
Talking about, oh, it's a lot. They've already started the hunt, which is supposed to be a limited time event, BT Deb. So are they making that a permanent thing now? That's what wasn't specified. That's literally all they talking about. Oh, you got tons of new stuff. They didn't say shit. Like they really didn't. Is there just a new character and skins for guns and characters? Oh, and the new gun, which was just from Titanfall. So is it really a new gun? So gun, skins, character. This game's gonna die out so fast. There's no new map. You're still competing in trios. Like, they would be so much more successful if there was a solo round. I get that they might want to stay away from Fortnite and keep their own thing and keep cohesive, or not cohesive, cooperative team play. I get that and I absolutely love and support that. But like, you gotta do something, you gotta change it, you gotta give us more. Like, I'm being patient and I'm trying, but like, oh, Battlefield starting. I took a month break because I've been playing straight since launch. It's the same thing, and like, oh, she's wearing a jumper. Ooh, that don't look right on her. I didn't know it was a jumper like that. It's making her hips look so big, like unnecessarily, like in an unflattering way. You don't want to wear a pattern like that. Like, if it was just a top, it'd be amazing. If it was a shorts jumper, like if it stopped at the thighs, but it goes all the way down and it goes. Like, it poofs out and then goes in. No.
We've heard what you want. So,
that accent.
today you're getting your first look at a ton
Australia?
of new multiplayer maps. Features we know you've been screaming out for, and
Multiplayer?
the
Oh,
arrival of a
Battlefield.
new theatre of
Oh,
war
we already know
that's
about.
coming to Battlefield 5 this fall. So, when Chapter 4 Define the Odds drops, it's bringing so much cool stuff. So let's get to it. Over to you, Julia.
People are blowing
Thanks,
up my
Adam.
phone.
That's right. Let's wait no longer and
I
tear
meant to
the
put Twitter
plastic
up.
off our
I forget.
first new map, Marita. Let's check it out.
The Battle of Greece continues. On the Marita map, Allied forces are making a last stand to halt the Axis army sweeping
I need to
through
find
the
the
region.
game. I just have no freaking clue where it is. I have a not digital, hard copy. Don't know where it's at. Somehow I lost it.
You'll deploy on a sloping mountain ridge and within the
But
top streets of a
okay,
Roman
I don't
town.
play Battlefield. I'm not a huge Battlefield fan. It's never been my type of game. I've played Battlefield 1. I think I played 3. I played like 1 game or 2. But then I tried the beta for 5, and I loved, like, I legitimately loved it, like, especially over Black Ops, like, whatever, that's COD, bye, and quit while you're ahead. But, I liked it. It was realistic, it was fun. Like, I genuinely had fun playing that game. And it's like another first-person shooter, you know? It's like, what's new? But it was cool to me. Thought the objectives were cool, the objective types. Modes were cool.
To help give us even more details on Marita, please welcome
It
Ryan
was just
MacArthur from DICE.
better. It's like what COD should
So
be.
thanks for coming out, Ryan. So
Don't come
obviously,
at me.
Marita looks amazing. What was the map's inspiration?
Well, I think the team
That's your
in
first
LA
question?
that put this together, and they
The
built
map's
the
inspiration?
Mercury map that everyone saw earlier this month. And so they really wanted to continue that story of the Battle of Greece, which is a bit of an unknown story, new to me as well.
New to him.
So it's really cool. It's sort of set on the Albanian-Greece border, sort of in the mountains there, where the Axis power sort of started to push into Greece during the war. And it's sort of set above the clouds in this nice little quiet, well, I guess what used to be quiet village. Before,
Not anymore.
Before these guys all show up. And it's quite a different experience than Mercury. And it's sort of a totally different style of gameplay that you would have seen in the game before.
So what kind of gameplay are we talking about? What's happening?
Well, so this is going to be a heavily infantry-focused map. So as Mr. Battlefield likes to put it, this is total creative chaos. So you're just going to see some absolute...
Creative chaos. Yeah.
So what we get there is just head-on, just collisions in the middle of this map, and it's sort of what we try to do with all the new maps that we've created, spending a lot of time to figure out how do we make each one of them different. So when players go in and play one of these new maps, it sort of has a different feel than the ones they played before to sort of create that different experience for them. So this one has, I guess for lack of a better way of putting it, sort of a banana shape to it. And that banana shape sort of...
Banana shape.
Well, I think fruit's important when you're doing game design, I think, obviously. And so the shape gives you sort of a variety of different play styles and sort of creates this sort of narrow channels for people to just run head-on into each other, which really creates that chaos that is Battlefield. But
That's what we want, though. That's what we want, that kind of chaos. But most importantly, we need to know, like, we could talk all days, but when can we get our hands on it? That's what we want to know, right?
Yeah, I think the great thing for this is coming in July as part of Chapter 4, so stay
Everything's
tuned.
coming
I
in
think
July.
some people are going to get to play it while they're here today.
Ooh, lucky you. All right, Freeman, who's we've stuck up there for no other reason than, well, my own entertainment, has more on Chapter 4 for you. Over to you, Freeman.
I'm up here PTFOing. I don't know what you're giving out to me, Julia. Listen, we have more maps. So let's deliver a brand new one to you. This is Al Sundan. It's coming in Chapter 4.
The fight moves to the North African desert in a vast new map for Battlefield 5, Al Sundan. Prepare to engage alongside a lush desert coast and contrasting harsh environments. Axis forces have militarized the area with camps, a radar tower, and an airbase. You must fight over possession of these critical points. In Al Sundan, we've taken the vista used in multiplayer war story
Sorry,
under
couldn't mute my
flag
mic in time.
and doubled down on air and land vehicle combat.
Oh, I like the vehicles in it too.
Optimized for all-out multiplayer action.
Tanks were cool.
On this
I
open
can't remember
map,
playing
it's up to
anything
you
else.
to shape the fight. With large distances, vehicle-based team play, and battles across ranges, you'll always have plenty of choices. Make good use of this sandbox
I do
to
wish
secure
it
the
destroyed
win.
the terrain more.
Utilize vehicles, mounted
know,
guns, planes, and
it was just a
transports.
little bit more.
Capture the strategic airfield to
realistic.
dominate the sky, or engage in fast-paced infantry battles in tight
There's
interior
something
areas.
going on with my eyebrow.
Al Sundan is classic battlefield. We can't wait to let you play it.
Oh, you get to take off. That's cool. I love that.
Yeah. That's amazing. So obviously Al Sundan was adapted from Under No Flag. So tell us a little bit about what that process was like.
Yeah, so usually, you know, when the guys when the team sort of focus on building these war stories, they want to create these nice narrative, linear experiences and sort of that really tell the story of World War II. But with Under No Flag, they sort of took a little bit of a different approach to this and sort of made this big, wide open experience. And that showed a lot of potential from a multiplayer.
I just realized her name's Natalie
well.
Paquette,
So
the
when we
legend.
finished the game originally, the
But
team
her
wanted to sort of sit down
nickname
and sort of a small group of them and take a shot at turning this into what could be an amazing battlefield map. It's huge. This is a really big map. This is your sort of classic Battlefield sandbox map. This is where you're going to see, you know, tanks and planes and infantry and all of that together in sort of what is truly Battlefield. It's sort of built for that open world gameplay with, you know, depending on no matter how you want to play, there's something there for you.
Yeah, oh, definitely. And so how do I kind of, you know, adjust my strategy? Because obviously it's such a wide map. Like, what am I doing?
Well, I think if you look at it, there's room for all different playstyles. So there's 6 flags on this when you're playing Conquest, and you can see here, even if you can see from the videos here, you've got, you know, when you go into the village, it's all about infantry play and speed and flanking through the things. And the bridge in the middle, it's all about, you know, sort of controlling that with infantry gameplay. And I think Mr. Battlefield the other day decided to just sit there with his tank and destroy me. But
it's just something that he likes to do.
He's kind of mean, but he's not mean. He's super nice. But
no, but most importantly, I mean, again, we could go on and on and on. We're tight for time because there's so much to get through. We've got so many announcements. When can we get our hands on Al Sundan?
But so this is the first map that we're going to come in with Chapter 4. So June 27th, this is going to be available day 1, Chapter 4 for everybody.
Nice, nice. Now, we've got a couple more surprises to come, but before we get into all that, let's take a look at what's coming in August towards the end of Chapter 4.
Get up close and personal. With Chapter 4 defying the odds, new and intense close-quarter maps are coming to Battlefield 5. By popular demand, we're bringing more maps to players craving tighter types of multiplayer, specially tailored for intimate infantry combat. The new battlefields will challenge your squad in unique ways. Teamwork, skill,
really
and
good.
adaptation are your keys.
No one asked the comments, bro.
Fight through an explosives production facility in Lofoten Islands and unseat the Axis occupation in Provence. Prepare to assemble your team and rise above your enemies. And prepare to learn more about these new battlefields later in the year.
Now, to help us break down these new maps, Ryan and I are joined by Mr. Battlefield himself, Lars Gustafsson. I don't know if you made that up yourself, but oh, and because he asked nicely, we also let Freeman come down from his weird
Mosey's gonna be
a
what? Above.
But we can all understand why that happens. Do you want to take over this one for the start?
Don't mind if I do.
Yeah, go.
Lars, these are very different then to the 2 maps we've already shown so far today. Tell us about them.
They are. I mean, taking a step back, we've been closely monitoring how players engage in types of war, and no surprise, I mean, they love the bigger modes like Conquest. It's always been kind of a Battlefield pillar. But it's been super fun to watch how they engage with passion and dedication in the smaller modes like Squad Conquest, for example, which really become a success. And with that in mind, then we've
I did like Squad Conquest.
Studio, they've been going at it, tailoring maps that are specially made for smaller modes. And as such, being able to give that, you know, the close quarter feeling, the tight, what you say, the intimate combat.
Intimate infantry combat.
Oh yeah, we need
Isn't
that
it crazy?
Intimate infantry.
We're making that
How Anthem was like
I mean, what
the
kind
game
of
last year.
The sort of like key strategies then when you're playing.
During E3 and everything.
Smaller game modes. I mean, the key to this
And now
is
that's
just really
out
team
and
play, really
all
good
that
squad
terrible
play,
stuff has
so, you
happened.
know, sticking together and not
Especially
leaving
with
anybody behind.
the
like
closed beta, the VIP beta, and all that. And it's like,
Then it's acceptable.
I haven't heard shit about it since.
It's two beautiful maps.
I have no idea what's going on anymore.
As you saw,
Like,
Lofoten,
gave up, put it
serenity,
away.
Beautiful Nordic countryside. but then kind of ripped open
I've heard
with
nothing.
gunfire and everything
This
amongst
is
villas
crazy.
and factory equipment. And then Provence, you know,
Yeah.
I plan to take my wife there, you know,
Crazy.
pastis on the square.
Stop
Because
destroying
I
places.
mean,
you
it
want to
had
take your family. It's weird.
I'll
a
take Ryan.
chance.
Yeah, take him instead, and then go to
But
town.
it's beautiful
know?
cobblestones, you know,
And then they
lots
just
of good flanking
shit
maps,
on it.
and it's, the smaller maps really allows you
And it's
to
so
master every
repetitive.
inch of
Like there's
it.
only
It's really
like
about,
I played it
knowing your
a
battle.
day straight.
I mean, again,
And that
we
was
go
it
on
for
and on to
me.
about all of these maps, but we've got one more map to
And there's
show off,
nothing
and
else
I
I
want to
would
make sure
want
we have
out
time
of
to get through
that.
it. But first up, Lars, you brought with him some news about some kind of
Like a
core
day's good. Like I did
gameplay
everything in
updates,
a
that you've been
day.
waiting for. So,
There's
we're
nothing
excited.
more than what you can do past everything once you do it.
Like,
I mean,
I am working.
just
Once.
Battlefield or
And I did it several
Let's not
times
delve.
because
Big
the
community
beta.
features we've announced this month. Increase the max rank. Private games. Let's talk max rank. What can you tell
Let's
us?
talk max rank. We do know, and it's been loudly made to us, our kind of awareness that there are players out there too skilled who maxed out on rank 50 too quickly. So we've taken that to heart, and we've now taken the max rank from 50 to 500. So it's quite a leap.
A 50 to 500? What the bro?
Bill 500 now.
You should leave it at 50 so we don't know.
For our players to go moving forward.
And it's a grind train, but what are people getting if they're on it?
Yeah, what are we getting?
We're all in it. You know, we want the goodies. So to start with, already from rank 51, you will be granted company coins for every rank up. But then at every, we call them milestone ranks, you know, every 50th rank, you will get one shiny new rank icon to show off your skills, and also a beautiful set of dog tags. So lots of ways of showing off your mastery on your journey towards, you know, that the world domination. That's all.
It's already happening.
August is the time. So it's almost here.
Almost here.
So world domination.
Almost here. It's like 3 months away. Yeah, 2
sorry, I
months away.
wondered if we were talking about world domination or when that was happening, but oh, all right.
Private games then. The other massive thing that we know players want. What we got?
I mean, another one that's our lovely community have been vocal about. And previously, for those of you who've been with Battlefield, it was called RSP, the Rented Server Program. But now we're shifting over to private games. And what it means, the beautiful thing with it is, the baseline package that comes out is free for everyone that plays Battlefield 5. So a beautiful package, it's there to let you set up your servers and kind of create your experiences, whether you want to capture or, you know, play with your friends. And Freeman, you can play with us, for sure.
You can sit with them. And obviously,
can
you know,
sit
you
with
love getting
us.
all that community feedback, so hit him up, mrbattlefield@aol.com, and let them know.
AOL.
Just
Who
kidding.
the fuck still uses AOL?
We're not finished when we're done, right?
No, exactly. It's coming in, let's see, September.
Yeah.
And at that
September?
time, I mean, we
September?
want you to dive on it, set up your servers, play it, and give us feedback. Since this is kind of just the beginning of the journey with the private games, we want to hear what did we do right and where should we shape up and take it an extra notch. So be with us and be candid.
Okay, well, Lars, don't tell Ryan, but you know you're my favourite for this. Thank you very much for it.
Do I still get the
We've got more though, Julia. We've got more.
Well, it's just going to get a bit weird and fighty up here in a minute. Well, as promised, we've got one more Battlefield map to show you. It's called Operation Underground. Lars, Ryan, talk us through what we're about to see. Yes, let's have a look.
Well, this is the ultimate definition of a passion project. So Inge Göran, the original designer for Operation Metro, when we finished Battlefield 5 and shipped it, he wanted to do something that he just was truly invested in. So we kind of went down and he sat down and he came back with what was Operation Underground. And when he showed it to the team, we knew we just had to make this. And I think Lars is sort of being part of that journey in the beginning. I mean, you know how much this meant to the team.
Yeah, I mean, I was there when we started to build the maps for Battlefield 3. And early on, it was kind of a brainstorm. I still remember it was tons of images on the wall. We challenged the team to, you know, where do you want to fight? Everything from subway to shopping mall to God knows everywhere.
Yeah.
And then the team started, or someone smart, not me, apparently, said, do I only get to pick one?
Yeah.
So they started to pick a number of them, and I think Inge then chose 3 of them, which was the park, the subway, and kind of the bank area in the city.
Like kind of scene tapas. I mean, you don't want one meal, you want 3 lots of meals all in
More
one
is
meal.
always better, yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So you can see, when you see kind of it spinning behind us here, you can see the true inspiration, but what Inge Göran and the talented crew with him has done is to kind of take it hard the feedback from
Honestly,
the original Metro and started to provide
it's nearly time.
a lot of
August. Days
so
away.
that you can kind of move around and be smart about it. And tons of easy to spot ones, but also
Everyone
the
loves
more
the
sneaky ones.
sneaky flank.
Yeah,
Everyone loves
I
the
think
sneaky flank.
this
Cheeky
is
sneaky
flank.
flank.
I mean, I think as you look at it, like this is not Metro remastered. This is, as the guys look at it, sort of reimagined. And I think you've got a bunch of different diverse areas. You've got big open courtyards, you know, at street level and narrow streets, and you go down into where you see in the video here where the subway cars are and into the sub basements, and you're going to find a whole bunch of different things and different ways to play and different styles. And I know the guys have a few surprises in there as well that I think the community's really going to enjoy when they get there.
So when do we get it?
That's the big question for today. Is just when,
You have to wait a bit. October, between chapter 4 and 5.
I think this is the one the team is really excited about as well.
Honestly.
I can't wait for October anyway. So
I have a cracking time playing it in play test. I'm so looking forward for everyone else getting to play it too, and everything else that's on these new maps.
Oh yeah, but those aren't the only surprises. This is the problem. We've got too much to get through. I'm just like, stop talking. We've got so many surprises for you. So today we're giving you never before seen details on Battlefield 5's Chapter 5.
Here's a little look at what the team's been working on.
Ooh.
A timeless theatre of war, a new vision. Prepare to deploy to the Pacific. The team at DICE are hard at work creating an iconic World War II experience, releasing this fall with Chapter 5 of Battlefield 5. As the US
Whoa.
and Japan
That's
enter
no,
the
that's not
fight,
real.
you'll
I mean, that's real,
crash across
not
several
game real.
battlefields, including a modern take on an absolute classic, Iwo Jima. Since Battlefield began, the Pacific Theatre has been part of its DNA. Now, we're crafting the ultimate reimagining of the conflict. By capturing real-life environments and using the power of Frostbite, we're bringing you the Pacific realized with today's capabilities and technology. Take part in the US invasions as their unstoppable forces charge inland towards unwavering Japanese defenses. Use new amphibious units to pummel the war-ridden shores, and an expanded arsenal to bring your squad to victory. We have a lot more to share about the Pacific and how it will evolve Battlefield 5 later in the year. Stay tuned.
Okay, most importantly, you went on like a bunch of like research trips. Like, let's find out more about that. Oh, let's set the net one in Tahiti. Yeah, that's right.
It's hard work. I know it's amazing how many people are willing to make that extra effort to go to Hawaii in January in Stockholm. So it's quite impressive. We really appreciate the team putting in that work.
Oh yeah, taking one for the
But
team,
obviously,
definitely.
I mean, that's the big new addition to Battlefield 5. So going back, new theater of war in the Pacific.
I need to read the Apex story. That's what I need to do. What is going on here? Why can't I hear anything? What's going on? Wait, why can't we hear anything? What's actually going on? Let me refresh it. Why isn't that showing? There we go. Should work now. What is going on? There you go, guys. I fixed it.
And a demon.
Nothing happened. You're fine.
Have nothing whatsoever in common. I don't even like you.
You do. Armageddon is coming.
There must be some way of stopping it.
It won't be the war to end all wars. It'll be the war to end everything.
Stay down here with them on the adults table. And if you're in the Los Angeles area, be hey, play, goodbye.
Same though. Alright, I will. Do you guys want me to keep the stream going for FIFA? And because I'm not gonna watch it. Like I'll try for you guys, but they're just not my type of games. I used to play FIFA way back when, and it was fun. I've played Madden for sure, way back when I was in grade school, but that's about all. And I don't want to keep it going if I'm not gonna watch it, you know. Let's not waste time. So I'm gonna cut it here, and I might come back for the Sims 4 because I do want to see some of that. I'm mad it was free for like a few days, and I didn't even know until literally the day after. But alright, we're gonna end it here, guys. Thanks for watching the stream. Make sure to follow all my socials at Madlyinvincible. I have merch up now, so go buy that, check it out, tell your friends, buy some for your friends. They make great gifts. I got summer collection out, so I think it's pretty sick, pretty dope. Let me know what you want to see, what you don't like. And let's pause this. People don't like